Thank you very much. Interesting show today. Parents, what would you do if your child told you he or she was gay? Would you be upset? Would you be happy? Would you be shocked? And what would you do if 2 or maybe 3 of your children were gay? That's what we're talking about today, parents who have gay children. My first guest has 3 sons, 2 of whom are gay. She says she was shocked when she found out about her first son, devastated about the second. Meet Mary and her gay son, Jay. Hi. I have a feeling there's a lot of, first of all, your other son, your other gay son was going to be here with us today, but at the last minute he did not make it, so we did expect to have him here, but we can proceed and we'll still talk about him even though he's not here. There are probably a lot of parents who relate a lot to you being a parent, whether they have gay children or wonder if maybe it might happen to them someday. How did you first find out? Did you find out individually or together about your sons?
Individually.
How was the...
My oldest son was in the Air Force 3 years, and he called me and told me on the telephone.
What prompted him to tell you?
I have no idea. I have no idea what made him tell me at that time. I guess he was just tired of hiding.
And you were surprised?
Oh, yes. I thought because he was in the Air Force, he was okay, and everything would be all right.
And then how much longer after that was it your second son?
My second son, they're 4 years apart, so he told me about 3 years later, and we were having a discussion about him getting his act together and going to college, and he just turned around and looked at me and said, "Mother, I'm gay." And I thought, oh no.
Do you remember that moment, Jay?
Yeah, yes I do.
What made you pick that particular time to tell her?
Well, because I had just graduated high school, I was now free. You know what I mean? I was like, I had to make a decision of what I was going to do with my life and where I was going, and I thought, you know, in the future that I would need my family. I would need the support of my family, and I didn't feel that I could have that if they didn't know me, all of me, you know, not just part. Yeah, so, and it's worked out very good.
What were you expecting before you told her?
Well, I wasn't sure what to expect. I think at the time, I thought, well, if they tell me to get lost and they never want to see me again, which, you know, does happen sometimes in some cases.
Well, by they, now your dad was out of the picture.
I was prepared for that, yeah. I was prepared for that. Because I thought, you know, if they're gonna, I have 2 choices. I either have to lie for the next 15 years or 20 years, or I could just be honest right from the start. And I do want to, you know, say that I've always been very happy that I did tell her when I was 18. I started having a relationship and everything, and she's been very, very supportive and helpful.
Do you remember what she said when you told her?
Well, it was more difficult for her with me because now she had just gone through the gay business with my brother and then turn around. And then, you know, so I think it was even a little harder for me to tell her because I saw how she reacted the first time.
What went through your mind this second time?
I thought, oh no, this isn't fair. This just isn't fair. This can't happen. Now people will surely think I did something wrong in raising them, that I had 2.
But
and I thought I'm going to get a lot of blame for this.
That had nothing to do with it, because my brother, like, he was 4 years older than myself, and he was already gone by the time I started becoming, you know, interested in
Did you and he
early
talk
teens.
about it?
No. I wish we had, because he could have kind of paved the way for me. You know what I'm saying?
Why wouldn't you talk to him? You knew that he was gay, and you thought that you were. Wouldn't he be the first person you talked to?
No. Well, because he had left home so early that I really didn't know him that well.
Tell me about, your husband's out of the picture, right? Had he been for quite a while?
Yes.
Yeah, since we were small.
What was your relationship like with your dad?
Well, I don't really even consider that he was a dad, because I think I was 8 when he left. And we were kind of glad to see him go.
You were?
I think, even at that age.
So you had no relationship with him after he left?
No. But we didn't, you know, who was an alcoholic?
I told his other brother that he was gay, the gay brother. I told him, and he was absolutely shocked.
The dad was?
No, his gay brother. in the
Oh,
Air
you're
Force.
the one that told
I
the brother?
told him that Terry.
Oh, you did.
Yes, and he was just
But we're
shocked.
different. We're as different as night and day.
But are you close now because you have that in common?
No. I mean, just because two people are gay doesn't mean that, you know, that you automatically get along or that you have anything
What about
in
the rest
common.
of the family? How did the rest of the family take the news?
My sisters and mother, very badly. I have one sister that's very supportive, and my other sister and mother completely turned away from us.
From you as well?
Me, yeah, and my sons.
Or do they blame you or what?
I don't know what they do. They just couldn't handle it.
What about the rest of where you live? You live in not a really big city. How do friends and neighbors and coworkers take the news?
I have not come out at work at all, and the neighbors...
You haven't told people that you work with. Why not?
Because of the remarks and the hate and the things I've already heard at work.
Yeah.
It's so difficult, you know, the
Well, that
remarks
was like in
I've
high
heard.
school. You know, if anybody found out you were gay, you were beat up. You know, so you had to. You know, we all felt right from the start. I was like, oh, you know, I could never say anything because of the reaction that I saw them deal with, you know, somebody else.